count us in.
I count, you count, we all count, right?
Important information about the U.S. Census combines with fun at this event. Find out what is new about the census this year. On the road to change.
I'm very excited. It really looks like it's going to be wonderful for the city.
Residents are sharing ideas for Irving Boulevard. We are at a meeting where developers are listening. Library revised.
It's nice, it's exciting, and it's really fun to see the kids enjoying it.
A new name and new goals at Irving's East Library. See all of the updates. Plus the convention that brought hundreds of visitors to Irving.
So I'm a little freaked out, but it was a lot of fun.
Now on City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Our top story today is a new vision for Irving Boulevard. The city is working on a plan to slow traffic and better accommodate bicyclists and pedestrians, all to make the street more attractive to businesses and visitors. We were at the meeting where people could share their ideas.
Lot 1, Block A of the City of Irving.
Inside R&R Salon on 2nd Street is where you'll find Nancy Bushell on most days. But on this day, she's at the Jack D. Huffman Community Building, learning about plans that could affect her business.
I've been here about 42 years and just interested to see what's going on.
Where's your property? What will be going on is the reconstruction of part of Irving Boulevard. From Strickland Plaza, the section runs this path past a number of businesses. It's about a mile and goes to Sowers Road.
This project has been a long time in the works, and we're really excited that we're finally getting to the design phase of this.
Today, we're really here to listen.
Before the team gets into the specifics of the design, the engineers and designers want to hear from residents and business owners who might be affected by changes.
This is where it starts. We make sure that all the people that have a vested interest own real estate, they're here, they're looking at it, they're seeing how it's going to affect them.
The bottom section shows potential.
While the specifics are still under design, generally the idea is to reduce traffic from 3 lanes to 2.
By narrowing the street, first of all, it will make it safer for our pedestrians and cyclists.
In fact, the current concept shows a dedicated 5-foot wide bike lane, along with sidewalks, added parallel parking, and more landscaping.
To help make it greener, more visually inviting, to help make it a more walkable, green urban thoroughfare, what you would see in other kind of cultural districts throughout the Metroplex.
It really looks like it's going to be wonderful for the city. It's going to slow traffic down so they'll actually be able to see the businesses here on Irving Boulevard, and hopefully it's going to bring a lot more businesses into downtown and the Heritage District, so I'm super excited about it.
Dr. McDaniel's business is at Main and 2nd Streets. Are you offering some ideas today?
Yeah, of course I am. And more than anything, I just wanted to know, number one, as a business owner, it's important to me to know, okay, so now we're doing major construction, how's this going to affect us?
You see how the sidewalk...
This meeting is a chance for her to get answers. People are also writing ideas on Post-it notes and sticking them to maps of the project.
We're really trying to get the input because we'll take that information back with us and try to incorporate as much of that as we can.
The city has worked toward this goal for years as a way to boost the Heritage District. Now, leaders assure us
this is happening. I mean, we've hired this engineering group to design this project. This is probably an 18-month design period, but as soon as we're finished with design, we have the funds available and budgeted.
And where's the money coming from?
It's coming from the COG, Council of Governments. We've been, and the state, working together to put money together so we can rebuild it.
Irving Boulevard is a state highway, so the state had to agree to give up control of this portion before the city could proceed.
We started those conversations. We were able to come together and say, okay, we'll take back a piece at a time as we can reconstruct through that area.
I think downtown Irving is the perfect place to show the character of Irving.
Residents and property owners here have a lot of ideas they are sharing.
We have to create an environment where people want to hang out, to bring their families, walk around, see something they hadn't seen before, and that keeps bringing them in week after week after week.
All of the team members involved in making this project a reality are happy to see this many people engaged and making their voices heard.
They're giving us good ideas. It's good to know what troubles people, so if we can solve that problem, you're being an engineer, I'm a problem solver.
It's really nice to see so many people interested in a really great project for South Irving.
The reconstruction of Irving Boulevard is scheduled to begin in the middle of next year, with a possible completion by the middle of 2023.
I think it's great.
The city will collect public input through the end of the month. Find the form at the link on your screen. Within days, you should receive a U.S. Census form in the mail. The City of Irving and other government agencies are encouraging everyone to respond because the numbers can make a big impact on funding, services, and congressional representation. Dallas County Commissioner Dr. Elba Garcia hosted an event at J.C. Zaragoza Park in Dallas where people could have fun while hearing those important messages.
2020 census. I count, you count, we all count, right?
Well, we're having a getting together in the community, mainly with the purpose of getting people to know what the Census 2020 is all about, how important it is, how important it is that we get counted.
Mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark.
Beginning March 12th, we are going to send out invitations to each address, an invitation to fill out the census survey. And this year was different, and two things are different. Number one, there's only 10 questions on it. And number two, there are 4 ways to respond this time.
If you don't want someone to knock on your door, you can fill it out online. That's new this year.
You can respond either on the internet or by telephone, by mail, or in person.
We want to make sure that the census is accessible to people as easily as possible.
And over the phone, it's available in 59 different languages.
I can't tell you all the languages, but it is available in 59 different languages. Also, we have partnership specialists working the entire area. So there are some people who speak Arabic, who speak Vietnamese.
It doesn't matter your immigration status, it doesn't matter how long you've been here, it doesn't matter in your legal status through the process. This information, getting counted through the census, can only be used for statistical purposes. That's it.
That information is protected. It's not going to be sent to any other agency that's going to then use that for enforcement mechanisms or anything like that.
It is extremely secure. We cannot, we will not share your information with anyone.
And let's have a good time. Woo! DJ!
We want everybody to know that you need to get counted.
It's all about getting our share.
It's all about getting our share, that money that comes from the federal government, and it's money that we already pay as community, as a county. $675 billion that we can use for transportation, for schools, for streets, for public safety, everything that actually touches our daily life.
It'll determine how much money communities get for important programs, redistricting.
When there's an undercount, it really puts a high burden on municipalities, on our county, and frankly our state at large. And so we want to make sure that we get our correct allotment of federal funding based on our growth.
There's jobs also.
The Census Bureau is hiring because this is a huge operation. It takes 500,000 people to do this job. So we are hiring right now. We want to make sure we count everybody. Everybody counts. If you're living and breathing, then you count.
Yeah, and we mentioned jobs. Find the link to apply at 2020census.gov/jobs. Pay in Dallas County ranges from $20.50 to $22.50 an hour. One more note, in Irving, there are plenty of examples to illustrate the impact of the census. Here is one. The recent renovation of Center Park Recreation Center was funded with Community Development Block Grants. The awarding of those grants is based in large part on census data. The census will be the focus of the March edition of ICTN's talk show, Open Line. If you have questions, email them by March 3rd to ictn@cityofirving.org, and a rep from the Census Bureau will be on the show to answer them. The calendar says it's still winter, but the Parks and Rec team is already busy preparing for summer. Our crew stopped by the West Irving Aquatic Center and saw some parts of that facility that visitors never see. But these areas are critical to operations. Inside the pit room, crew members are checking everything out. They are replacing some gauges and doing other maintenance. A lot of it involves working in confined areas over many hours, but they all agree it is worth it.
We get a lot of people here, so the inspection of the equipment, I feel, is part of a safety issue. We're trying to identify equipment problems, issues that are ongoing that you can't really see, that don't really look like a hazard.
Fred Aloso and his team work year-round to make sure that parks facilities are in top shape. This aquatic center is a special focus.
This facility has multiple amusement slides, lazy river, a zero entry beach pool, lap pool. So it's got a lot of aquatic features that would be more than what the community pool has.
Yeah, and looking towards summer, the Parks Department will also have to hire a lot of lifeguards to staff the aquatic centers and pools. Learn about the requirements and apply at cityofirving.org/lifeguard. We have the list of candidates running in the May city elections. I'll read them in the order in which they will appear on the ballot. A drawing determines that order. For mayor, incumbent Rick Stouffer and educational consultant Olivia Novello Abreu are on the ballot. In single-member District Place 3, it's teacher Mark Zeski, business consultant Abdul Kabir, and systems engineer Muhammad Akbar. And in single-member District Place 5, the incumbent, J. Oscar Ward, is running unopposed. Early voting is April 20th through 28th. Election day is May 2nd. The city secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. Loyal viewers of City Source may remember this moment of high enthusiasm we brought you about a year ago.
Say it with me, we're going west. We're going west. We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. And we're going to the best city. We're going to the best city. In Texas. In Texas. Irving, Texas. Irving, Texas.
That group called RCMA arrived and brought all of that energy to our city. We covered a lot of their activities and found out why the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau wanted to make an unforgettable impression.
Yeah, I want to get on the bull.
Laughter and longhorns. And this is only the start of this night at the pavilion at the Toyota Music Factory.
I definitely want to get on there, but I'm a little scared. I'm a big scared. Not a little scared, big scared. Yep, perfect.
The cattle and cameras
My picture.
are out for this convention crowd from across the country. So in Florida, you don't get to do this.
I don't get to ride bulls in Florida. I've never even been that close to one.
Moving inside, guests share the red carpet with armadillos.
Not many of these sites in Indiana.
No, you might see a skunk every now and then.
This party full of food, music, and fun experiences helps kick off RCMA Emerge.
RCMA is Religious Conference Management Association, so it's a mix of religious planners and suppliers like hotels, convention and visitors bureaus, venues that all work in the industry together to help support each other.
While this night focuses on all the best from the host city and state,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
the conference sessions begin the following morning at the Irving Convention Center, where the ballroom is filled with more than 800 people.
What a remarkable facility this is.
This is really a big win for Irving. It really allows us to get a chance to show off what we have in the city. We talk a lot about our location, talk about a lot we have to offer. Now we really get a chance to really show it off to people all across the United States.
To get an even better idea of the significance of this conference, we move downstairs.
In this busy exhibit hall, what's the impression you want people to leave with?
Well, I mean, obviously we want to see that it's a space that works.
Reps from dozens of destinations and hotel brands are here sharing some swag.
All to give people a good feeling for Myrtle Beach.
That's right.
And hopefully snagging some bookings. The meetings of faith-based groups are a bigger business than many people may realize.
I normally book anywhere from 4 to 6 groups off of this market every year.
We're probably 6 to 8 events that we book, a couple of citywides and then some other smaller ones that book.
That means people filling hotel rooms, eating in restaurants, and otherwise spending dollars that can grow the economy in their areas.
But you can also see how a lot of different cities and places around the country are positioning themselves, right?
While Irving does have a lot of competition here, the city also has the best showcase. Meeting planners do not have to depend on a flat exhibit to show how this convention center looks.
We're getting a chance to get those folks here in Irving to see the city, to see how it works for a convention or a meeting, so that they can figure out how their meeting might look here.
Irving has wanted to land this event for years, but the Convention and Visitors Bureau waited to make the perfect pitch.
We weren't ready until that Westin opened, right? So we needed the Live Nation venue because a lot of these groups have a large assembly component of their event, and that was an important piece of it. We needed to have all of these pieces together. So they're doing what we know we were built to do.
When the city was given the opportunity and they seized it, they really did their homework, did their studies, and and they were ready for us.
To get this event here in the city, at our hotel, at the convention center, has just been meant a lot to our team.
Having a really great time.
This group also spreads out across the city for service projects.
Our goal is to get them out of poverty.
Here at Irving Cares, they are learning about the needs of the city and making a difference by sorting food donations to get them ready for distribution.
Oh, it's awesome. It makes you feel like you're truly giving back to those in need.
Mostly, I think I do it because I get to give back to the community, but also because I just think it's super fun.
It just shows that we want to, give back for everything that we have. We're so appreciative of everything, and it's important that we show that and we help others in other cities.
Several other local nonprofits also got help. Keep Irving Beautiful led a group making blankets.
My case managers were able to get those blankets out last night to 2 homeless families who were living in their cars with their kids.
It all adds up to an impact of community service, business, and fun memories.
I'm so ready for the armadillo race.
All intended to leave them with an indelible Irving impression.
Some stories to tell back home?
Oh yeah, I just raced an armadillo. Of course there's stories to tell.
And don't forget about Marlinda Henry. She finally made it on that Longhorn.
Execute my faith. It's a faith conference, right? Hello.
With her goal reached, now the city's goal is to steer more conventions like this one to Irving. That RCMA conference attracted the organization's largest attendance in more than a decade. More big crowds are expected on March 7th at the Convention Center. That's the North Texas Teen Book Festival. April 2nd through 5th is an event for knitters and crafters called DFW Fiber Fest. Find a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. More jobs are coming to Irving. Amazon told the Dallas Morning News that it is leasing a 1 million square foot warehouse for a new distribution center in Irving. The building is at 2601 South Airfield Drive near DFW Airport. The company expects to create 1,000 full-time jobs with benefits that start on day one. The new center is expected to open later this year. Irving residents who are already enrolled in financial assistance programs may qualify for DART's new Discount Go Pass Tap Card. It will provide 50% off of DART fares. Participation in CHIP, WIC, Medicare, and Medicaid are just a few of the programs that would make a person eligible for the half-off discount. It's a 2-year pilot program. To apply, bring proof of enrollment in one of those assistance programs to DART headquarters in downtown Dallas during business hours. Several updates are now complete at Irving's East Library. We got a look at what is new and different. These signs could soon be changing. What was known as the East Branch Library has a new name.
Yes, the new name is the East Library and Learning Center, and we are looking to getting that changed.
The new name reflects a change in focus, one brought about by vision planning, public input, and location. This library is located only about a mile from the South Irving Library, the city's newest.
Instead of having 2 libraries next to each other, to make this more of a learning center space.
The team moved out some of the book collection and shelving that used to be in this space to create a second classroom. In partnership with Irving ISD, the library offers English as a second language at several levels, digital literacy, GED introduction, and more.
In addition to that, we are also partnering with Workforce, who will be doing classes on resume writing, building your job skills, and going through an interview and be able to do well on that.
And all free?
Everything is absolutely free.
There are also updates in the children's area.
We have a lot of new play items for the children. We're calling it an early learning center because kids learn through play.
We still have story time on Tuesday mornings at 10:30. That's in English. Then Thursday afternoons at 4:30, we have bilingual story time.
So whether it is for those story times, traditional books, or
classes,
the team here hopes more people will discover the newly renamed East Library Learning Center.
Explore the library and feel welcome here.
There's a whole lot of things that they can do here at the library.
The East Library and Learning Center is located at 440 South Nursery Road. It is open Monday through Thursday from 3 until 7 p.m. and on select Saturdays for special programs. It's time for our Pets of the Week, so follow me out to the Animal Care Campus. Welcome to ICTN's Pets of the Week. We're with William from the DFW Humane Society and Chief today. Tell me about Chief.
Chief is 2.5 years old, and he is our wildest baby that we have right now.
The wildest baby, is that a good thing?
That, it could be both good and bad. If you're looking for a super energetic dog, Chief is the one.
So, and that is important to know. What are the important questions to ask about personality when you come in here looking for a dog?
What I like to ask people is basically, what are you looking for? Do you want something that's active? Do you want something that's just gonna sit on the couch and chill and watch TV with you? Do you want something with a little attitude? Or do you just want something that's just all the way timid and sweet to everybody? Or, I mean, what is your dream dog is what I kind of ask.
And Chief would be great at a dog park. I could see probably playing ball or on.
Not really, because he's a little dog aggressive. We're working on it, but he's coming around.
So you said he's a little dog aggressive. What else should we know?
That he is a little bit of a nipper, so I wouldn't recommend young children around him until after behavioral training.
Okay, so a little bit of training in order for Chief, something to know before you take him home, but a good choice for the right family willing to put in the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Next up, we have a dog you think might be named Snowy, Frosty, but instead...
Rusty.
How does this dog get a name like Rusty?
I have not a clue. I guess it's from the rustic features on the face, but I have not one clue. We asked the same.
You mentioned this is a senior dog, so what should people know before adopting a senior dog?
Well, seniors are usually already stuck in their ways, so I mean the adjustment, they'll still adjust to you, but really you'll have to kind of adjust to them as well, because they already have their personalities. They're not going to change too much after adoption, so I mean that's pretty much it.
So this might be nice for a retired couple or someone at home who wants a lap dog, maybe.
Oh yes, he's the perfect lap dog. We actually prefer that he goes to a home of an older couple. You can have children. I would prefer 13 and up, and also the house would have to be quiet because loud noises kind of stresses him out a little bit.
Important things to know before adopting a dog, and that's why it's helpful to talk to the staff here to give you those expert tips.
Oh yeah, we'll help out the best we can.
Thanks a lot, William.
No problem.
And we have one more dog to show you today. Megan from Irving Animal Services is with us. We couldn't pass up talking about this little guy. Even though he's not facing the camera right now, tell us about this one.
So this is a Menadel. He is a 3-year-old Great Pyrenees. He came to us as a stray, so we don't know.
I can't believe a stray like this.
And we don't know too much about his past because of that, but he's a very sweet boy. He's super mellow. He's quiet in his kennel. I think he'd be great for all kinds of different families and lifestyles.
And one of the things that made an impression on us, he wants to be petted, and if you're not petting him, he will remind you.
He will. Just like this.
Just like that. That paw is coming up. He is going to remind you to pet him. Oh, do you ever play ball? What's the important thing to remember when getting a big dog like this?
They just need a little bit more space than our smaller dogs. They would love a yard to run around in. If you don't have one, they would just like longer walks, more times out during the day. They're just bigger dogs, so they need a bigger space usually.
And this dog went out on the website, and I know y'all have already gotten a couple of calls on him, so if you want this one, you need to act fast.
Yeah, so once we start getting more and more calls about a particular dog or cat, we'll just ask that they come as soon as they can, so they can be the first one to meet them.
So has this one been making an impression on everyone on the staff and everyone who comes in?
Everyone, we all just love him. His personality's great. He just wants to cuddle and hang out with you.
Megan, thanks so much for showing us. Of course, the Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, you can check out the websites you see on your screen for more adoptable animals. And I made it back to the studio to offer you these previews. Irving's Family Advocacy Center has a new name. We'll take you to the dedication ceremony next time on City Source. And students at one local school have a lot of new technology. We'll show you the grand opening of the Verizon Innovative Learning Center at Austin Middle School and find out how the students are expected to benefit. Plus, go inside the newest attraction at the Toyota Music Factory. We're having coverage from the grand opening of Mercy Wine Bar. And we'll have another surprise for you. Here is a hint, and we will reveal it all next time on the show. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Subscribe and you can be among the first to see our videos when they are posted. Also, leave us some likes while you're there. That's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from RCMA Emerge, a convention that brought travelers from around the country to Irving. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.